You're watching Longshot TV, presented by B&W Trailer Hitches, the last trailer hitch you'll ever need. Whitetail hunting is a tradition shared by millions of outdoorsmen, and every hunter has experienced the highs of harvesting a good buck and the lows after the prize gets away. Whether you're on a quest to fill the freezer or spending years chasing an old ghost, it's the challenge that keeps us heading back to the woods every year.
Wait, there he is. Big buck.
This is what hunting's all about, guys.
Shaking just a little bit.
This is why I lost sleep last night. Absolute stud.
Dude. Just give him a freaking stud. On pins and needles up here. You never know what's going to show up.
I mean, I could not be happier.
I'm excited.
Whitetail season is in full swing, and Chris has been in the tree for a while. This particular hunt is all about herd management.
Most of my early season hunting is done right here, right outside of North Myrtle Beach. Last year, Ab and I encountered one of the largest deer that I've seen down here in the past 5 or 6 years. This year, I basically only had one deer that was on my hit list. It was a deer that I'd watched for about 3 years. This deer really genetically never did grow on one side. First year I saw him, he just had a small little peg. Second year, he had 2 points. And I thought, well, this will be a great deer to take out of the herd.
Deer a little bit high, but I've been hunting that deer for the last couple years, and he finally came in early season, and I shot that deer with the Hardaway broadhead. It's a new broadhead by Sam Moore. It's called the Hardaway broadhead. Spine shot him, knocked him straight down. That's what the Hardaway broadhead actually can do. Like I said, I shot him a little bit high, but let's go down there and see if we can get him. Been watching this deer for about 3 years. It's just this deer just genetically never did develop on this right-hand side. I've actually been seeing him for about 3 years now, and I thought, well, this year, I haven't shot a deer actually. A buck down here in about 3 years or 4 years, so not too many times you get a chance to shoot at a mature deer. Pretty nice deer here for the lower part of the state, and I guess we'll be heading to Illinois here about Friday.
After a successful early season hunt in South Carolina, Chris is heading west to hunt Cass County, Illinois, located just outside of the famed Pike County. Cass County is known to produce some great bucks.
Well, I got a decoy right here in the field. A doe and 2 fawns actually worked their way out the bottom of the bean field on the backside, and I've actually got some turkeys coming this way. On pins and needles up here. Everywhere you look, you never know what's going to show up. I've got an incredible stand that I put up when I came up here earlier in October, and lots of camouflage in this thing, and that's the name of the game. If you can't hide your deer stand from other hunters, you can't hide them from deer.
One in particular deer that I'd seen that was actually hunting on this one specific stand had some huge scars on his back, so I knew that there was pretty much a larger deer in there, because this deer looked like he had been beat up pretty hard, and I filmed him on several different occasions, some 2.5, 3.5-year-old deer, so we knew there was some nice deer in this area up there. I had one specific location that always drew me back because it was kind of at a pinch point between two cornfields, and I was hunting actually on a wood line that actually made a 90-degree angle. There was some old trees in there, and they were hedge apples. And so they have a lot of foliage, and everywhere you look, the ground is just covered with these real big hedge apples. And you can barely, these trees have such big leaves, you can barely shoot through them. I actually cut a little small hole, down where the cornfield was, where I could shoot through this little area, and the deer had actually knocked down, I don't know, the first row or two of the corn. So I had nested up there in a nice little stand. I had one basically shooting area to the cornfield that I could see.
To keep up with all the hunting action, check us out on the web. Longshot TV is being presented by B&W Trailer Hitches, the last trailer hitch you'll ever need. Boss Buck Non-Typical, now you're getting serious. Matthews Bows, catch us if you can. Millennium Tree Stands, pioneers of the exceptional hunting experience. Retreat Myrtle Beach, full-service sales and vacation rentals. Ask about our Longshot TV discount. Voyager Deep Sea Fishing and Dolphin Cruises, the finest fleet in the Myrtle Beach area. And by Yellowfin, build your legacy. We're in Cass County, Illinois, and a good-sized buck has made his way down in front of Chris's stand. However, the thick foliage will make shot placement difficult.
So anytime you shoot a deer and they mule kick, it means you pretty much made a pretty good shot.
Wow. There he is right there. Wow. Whew. Man. He's nice and wide. Big rack buck. Illinois. We had some stands set up from our early October scouting, and got a shot at this big bruiser. He was actually making a scrape, and only basically I could see was just his side angle. Didn't really know how wide he was. He's not a big, wide rack buck, but he's got a lot of mass on him. But I shot this buck solo cam with my Matthews bow, and with this new broadhead that Sam Moore has actually invented. Sam is the inventor of this Hardaway broadhead. I've hunted with Sam for about 10 years now, and Sam has done an incredible job with this broadhead. Actually, this arrow went slam through this big 250-pound deer. So thanks for Sam inventing this broadhead and allowing me to actually shoot this broadhead. But had an incredible morning hunt.
It's very, very satisfying to be able to take your Matthews bow, your camera, and to be able to harvest an animal of such magnitude on film and capture it. Very, very tough, but I was really proud of what I did, and I couldn't wait to tell the rest of the Longshot crew what I did.
As Chris gets his buck back to camp, let's catch up with Ryan on the hunt in Ohio.
We got a food plot. We planted all around the edges. It's about, I guess, about a 60-yard shot on the outside areas of the standing beans. And we're surrounded by timber, and we got a cut bean field all around. We left standing beans in the bowl there where the blind overlooks.
It's Halloween day. I'm hunting over a standing bean field. It's a good spot for the rut right here in this area. So I'm gonna sit tight here this evening, and hopefully I'll get a big one on the ground.
So it's a real exciting spot to hunt, because you usually see a lot of action with the standing beans. But I was sitting in the stand for maybe an hour, maybe not even that long, and I caught some movement to my right through the timber, and I seen a buck go through the timber. I couldn't tell size-wise, a little too far, but I seen it cut through, and it wasn't, I'd say 5-10 minutes after that I heard kind of a break or a crash in the bushes, and that's when that big boy come out. Real old deer, real big boy.
To keep up with all the hunting action, check us out on the web. You're watching Longshot TV, presented by B&W Trailer Hitches, the last trailer hitch you'll ever need.
I got the camera on, I'm doing the solo filming, so it's a lot to remember. It's real exciting to do. And so I got it on him, and my heart's pounding. I was like, all right. So just kind of wanting to come in closer, because I don't want to take a 50-yard plus shot if I don't have to. So I tried to keep my patience and let him come in a little closer.
Shaking just a little bit. Whew. Can't even hold my hands together right now. Whew.
Text Wade and Roy and let them know, that I just shot one, and I was so excited though. My hands were shaking so bad. I was hitting like 7 words at one time with my thumb.
Man, that adrenaline's flow. Gotta do some breathing, baby.
It got dark and we were all finished hunting. We reviewed the footage and everything, and then we decided to wait a few hours and go try to recover him.
Absolutely covered. Good dark red blood. We followed the blood right here. We're about, I'd say, 30 yards in, and it's a big blood rub right here. So we're gonna pick it up from right here and keep following it. We had to travel a ways to find him, but I couldn't be more happy, man. I was worried about the shot, but it ended up doing the trick. So I couldn't be more happy. I'm really blessed.
This is Ryan's first solo cam hunt ever. He's hunted with me over the years many times, running the camera. He knows the camera pretty much inside and out. And he's killed some deer a lot bigger than this one. But like I said, this is his first solo cam hunt. This is the first one on film, all by itself, no help. I couldn't be more proud of him. This is one heck of a deer to take like that. But he deserves it. We do all the hard work up here, doing all the food plots, hanging all the stands, setting all the ground blinds. And if you put your time in, hard work, you know your deer, run your cutty back trail cameras, this is what's gonna happen. But good job, Ryan, man. This is one heck of a buck, dude. Glad you got him.
Both Chris and Ryan have had success. Now let's see if Wade has the same luck, as he's in a ground blind in South Carolina.
So it's November 22nd, I'm sitting in the ground blind here, and just like usual, a few more does feed out. It's a good evening, very light wind. I look to my far right and I catch a glimpse of some antlers, and then all of a sudden it starts coming out fairly fast. It's the big 9-pointer I had trail cam pictures of a couple days prior to sitting here. So I'm taking my time with him for him to let him feed in, getting close enough for me to take a good steady shot. finally turns and opens that front shoulder up, he makes that right turn. And I was like, this is my opportunity. If I'm gonna take him, I need to do it now. I should have been looking down when I was picking my bow up, and I wasn't. So when I picked the bow up, I bumped the ground blind just a little bit. I lost him for a minute with the camera, then all of a sudden he came back out, and I thought he was gonna start feeding back in, but he didn't like what he heard, and that was pretty much it.
To keep up with all the hunting action, check us out on the web. Longshot TV is being presented by B&W Trailer Hitches, the last trailer hitch you'll ever need. Boss Buck Non-Typical, now you're getting serious. Matthews Bows, catch us if you can. Millennium Tree Stands, pioneers of the exceptional hunting experience. Retreat Myrtle Beach, full-service sales and vacation rentals. Ask about our Longshot TV discount. Voyager Deep Sea Fishing and Dolphin Cruises, the finest fleet in the Myrtle Beach area. And by Yellowfin, build your legacy.
So I'm back at it again. I'm in the ground blind, and this so far is the best day we've had all year as far as temperatures. It's the coldest day by far. So this is the kind of weather you need to get these deer up moving on their feet. And all of a sudden I have a few little young deer in front of me. A few does start feeding out, and then it's like the floodgates open and all these deer just start pouring out. I probably got 10 or 12 deer in front of me. All of a sudden this window starts looking alarmed over to the left, but I kind of really wasn't worried. I thought she may have heard something, but if I'm expecting a big buck to come out, normally he's coming out on the right side here, but boy was I wrong. When I looked to the left, the only thing I saw was a big set of horns like this. My heart starts going racing. I knew immediately what deer this was. It was a big 10-pointer I've been after all season. And as he's coming in, he almost starts trotting. So I'm scrambling to make sure my bow's ready. And these does, when they're around him, you know, they're kind of backing away just a little bit. They know that this deer here is the man. So this is definitely the dominant buck for this area, and I'm ready to try to take him with my new Matthews Hayline bow. So I'm just waiting for the right turn for him to open that front shoulder up where I can make a good clean shot on him. When you have so much going on racing through your head, your heart's pounding, you got a big buck less than 20 yards from you, a bow in your hand. I mean, there's so many things can go wrong in a short amount of time. But he finally feeds and opens that front shoulder up. I draw back. Kind of took off fairly fast, and then where he turned and went to the right side of the woods where most of the deer come from, he went in kind of slow.
I just shot the big 10-pointer I've been after. Last few days, had several close encounters with him, and I just couldn't seem to pull it together, but I just shot him. Real nice buck.
Hunting solo, so I had to call some help, and I called my buddy Ryan. He shows up about 20 minutes later, and it's getting dark now. But he's gonna run the camera, and we're gonna trail this deer into the woods and see when we recover him. Good red blood all up and down it. It's kind of hard to see. It's getting dark, and we're losing camera light fast, but looked like he kind of ran this way about 65, 70 more yards and cut a hard 90. So we're gonna right there off this point, slipping that way, and see if we can find him. Holy cow, dude. Ow. I've had several close encounters with this deer, and it's almost too good to be true right now, me sitting with him. I'm still kind of speechless. I can't believe that I'm sitting here with this deer I've been chasing all season. If you do your homework, you run your cutty back trail cameras, you have good equipment like a Matthews bow, and you're very fortunate and lucky to hunt as much as I do, this can happen to you. Been just like 1 or 2 steps behind him, but I finally called up to him, made it happen, and I couldn't be more happier. This is my biggest buck by far I've ever taken in South Carolina, and to really put the icing on the cake, I got the opportunity to shoot him with my brand new Matthews bow, my Halon. I actually got yesterday, and it was some brand new stripped down bow. It didn't have the air arrest sights, nothing on it. Put everything together and shot the target, shot through paper tuned it. Within about 4 or 5 shots, I had it blowing bullet holes. So I was feeling pretty confident to take it yesterday evening. And I didn't have no idea this big guy was gonna walk out. Nice 10-pointer right here. And look at the bass right there, and deer's got a hole in his horn right there. It seems like the last 3 deer I've killed, it actually had a hole in the horn right there.